Welcome to another video. Are you looking for an easy, delicious, budget-friendly meal for one? If you are, then you've come to just the right place. In this video, I'm going to be making two simple, flavorful dishes. These meals are packed with protein and bold flavors, and they're perfect for a quick dinner or even a meal prep. So come on, go with me, and let's see what's cooking. You're going to be needing some rice for this recipe. So make you one serving of rice. I have a half cup of water in here. I'm going to add in a half cup of rice. Now mine is minute rice. Use what you've got. With minute rice, you're going to take it off the heat, put a lid on it, set it to the side for at least 5 minutes. I prefer 10. Get you a pan. I'm going to add a little olive oil to mine. And I'm going to slice me some onion up in here. You use however much onion you like. Cut it however you want to. Now this is going to be a really quick dish because I already have my ground beef browned up. I'm just going to start sauteing this onion up. Next, you want some peppers. This is what I'm using. You can use fresh. Put them in with your onion. Get that mixed up together. Let those onions start thawing if you're using frozen. And if you're using fresh, you want to get those cooked up and get them softened. I have some browned ground beef that I had in the freezer already cooked. So I pulled out, I think this is about 3.5 ounces. But you want 3 to 4 ounces of either ground beef or grilled chicken. You could also do ground turkey or ground chicken if you wanted to. You can even do pork in this if you wanted to do it that way. But you need your meat cooked. If it's not cooked, you're going to need to cook it before you start your onions and peppers. I did add a few more peppers into mine. I just felt like that it wasn't enough. Let's get them cooked up. Next, you're going to add in the meat of your choice. Get that all mixed up in there. And in my case, I need it to be heated all the way through. That should just take just a couple of minutes. This is a really quick, easy dish to make up, especially if you have already prepared meat of some kind that you have in your refrigerator or freezer. As this is getting heated through, you want to take some tomato sauce and you want to pour that in. Get everything mixed together. You want to add in some Italian seasoning. Some garlic powder. Some black pepper. And you want to salt to taste. I'm not going to add any salt into mine right now. I'm going to taste it first before I add any salt in whatsoever because my hamburger is seasoned and I believe my tomato sauce had some salt in it. My cheese will also have some in it. So I'm just going to hold off on this for right now. You do want to get the rest of the seasonings mixed in with this. Oh, and my rice also had salt in it. So yeah, not going to add salt. I'm just going to let that cook for just a few minutes. Next, you want to take your rice that's cooked and put it in there. Mix all that together while it's still simmering. Doesn't this look delicious? I've got one more addition. We're going to add cheese to the top. Whatever cheese you have will work. I'm just going to let that cheese melt down. I popped a lid on it to help it along a little bit so that cheese will melt down just a little bit faster. Doesn't that look delicious? We are going to call this done. You have just made a stuffed bell pepper bowl or a deconstructed stuffed pepper. Very quick, very easy. Let's dish it up. There's enough for a lunch tomorrow. That looks so good. Let's give it a taste. Okay, y'all. This stuffed bell pepper bowl smells delicious. It looks delicious. Let's see if it tastes delicious. Now, like I said, you can use whatever meat you want to use in this. Doesn't matter. Oh, that's delicious. It tastes just like a stuffed bell pepper in a bowl. That is good. Yes, that is good. Go make you one, because I'm going to go eat. To start this recipe, you want to take either some chicken or some ground beef. I have some ground beef that I already have browned up that I pulled out of the freezer. This is about 3 to 3.5 ounces. So this is what I'm going to be using. Now, if you don't have any meat already pre-cooked, that's the first thing you're going to do. Get your ground beef browned up or get your chicken cooked. You can use pre-cooked chicken. Since my ground beef is already cooked, I'm starting out with my rice. So I've got a 1/2 cup of water and I'm adding in a 1/2 cup of rice. Now I'm going to pull this off the heat and put a lid on it. I'm going to let this sit for no less than 5 minutes, but probably closer to 10. Now in my skillet back here, I'm going to add a little olive oil. I'm going to let that heat up a little bit. I'm going to take, this is a whole onion, but it's a small one. And I'm probably going to use all of it in here. I'm just going to slice it into thin strips. Onion adds so much flavor to a dish. I'm going to let that start cooking up. Now that my onion has started cooking, I'm going to add in some of these peppers. These are frozen. And I know you're thinking, well, you just used all this in the other recipe. Yes, I did. But this is a completely different flavor profile. And I'm showing you how you can take same ingredients and create totally different dishes taste-wise. The flavors are going to be completely different from one another. Once your peppers and your onions are getting soft or thawed out and heated through like my peppers, you want to take your ground beef or your chicken and put that in. I'm going to get that stirred up in there and let that ground beef start heating through. Now, black beans are optional. I wanted to use black beans, but I looked in my pantry and I had none. So I'm going to be using a 1/2 cup of chili beans. Now, the beans are optional anyway, so if you don't want to use beans, don't use beans. If you do, use black beans or a pinto bean or chili beans. But I'm going to put in a 1/2 cup of chili beans. Now we're going to add some seasoning. You're going to need some garlic powder, about 1/4 teaspoon. I'm not measuring. 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. And 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Get all those spices mixed in with everything else. I'm going to turn this on about a low to medium heat and let it cook for just a few minutes. Now I'm going to add my cooked rice into that skillet. Just get the rice all mixed in with everything else. Doesn't that look delicious? Now you can leave this as is, or you can top it with some shredded cheese. You already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little cheese on and let that get melted down. Okay, let's get this dished up. Doesn't that look delicious? It smells so good. But I'm not finished. This is also optional, but I'm going to top mine with a little bit of salsa. Okay, y'all. We have a Southwest beef bowl. It smells so good. We're going to give it a taste. I have the salsa on top, so I'm going to kind of spread that around just a little bit. This looks delicious. It's still really hot, so I know the bottom of this bowl is burning my fingers. Mmm. This is good. Totally different flavor profile than the first one. This is delicious. This would be really good with black beans. The chili beans are great in it also. You know, you improvise when you don't have what the recipe calls for. And you make it your own. I'm going to go eat. Enjoy. And there you have it. 2 hearty, delicious bowls that are simple to make, but full of flavor. You go for the classic stuffed bell pepper bowl or the bold Southwest beef bowl. Both of these meals are perfect for any night of the week. They're even good for lunch. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with any of your favorite toppings that you would put on these meals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.